When installing or upgrading the operating system on a computer, there are a few things you're going to want to keep in mind to make sure that that process is successful. First, you're going to want to verify that the current operating system version is supported as an upgrade path. Let me show you how. Here's a Windows 7 machine, and I want to upgrade this to Windows 10. Well, I need to know what version of Windows 7 I'm currently running. On Windows, I can simply go to my Start menu and type in WinVer, W-I-N-V-E-R. That's going to show me that I am currently running Windows 7 Enterprise. Now I'm going to head out to the internet, over to docs.microsoft.com, and I'm going to find Windows 10 upgrade paths. On this page, they've got a little chart, and I can find my current operating system, Windows 7 Enterprise. I can find the operating system that I want to upgrade to, Windows 10 Enterprise, and I can verify that that is indeed a supported upgrade path. Once I know that the path is supported, the next thing I'll need to do is make sure that my current hardware meets the minimum system requirements of that new operating system. I can do that a couple of ways. I can do it manually, which is probably the best way to do it. If I go back out to docs.microsoft.com, I can find the system requirements for installing Windows 10, and all the other vendors of the operating systems are going to make this information available as well. And I can see what processor and RAM and hard drive space I'm going to need to upgrade or install this new operating system. Microsoft even differentiates between 64-bit and 32-bit versions of their operating system and what those minimum requirements are going to be. Then I would go to my hardware and I would verify that I do have at least a 1 gigahertz processor or 2 gigabytes of RAM since I'm installing the 64-bit version of Windows 10, or I have at least 32 gigabytes of free hard disk space. So this is a very manual process. I come out here, I find the information, I look at my hardware, and I determine what I have and whether or not it meets the requirements. Another way you could do this is to simply start the installation process, right? If I throw in the Windows 10 DVD and begin the upgrade process, it's going to let me know if my system doesn't meet the minimum requirements. In fact, I've already queued this up because it does take a few minutes, and here you can see the results of that process. This PC can't run Windows 10, and it's telling me I need to install at least 2 gigabytes of RAM before I can run Windows 10. So I would have to cancel this process out, go buy some more RAM, upgrade my system, and then come back and try it again. Again, not the best way. You'd rather find out before you start the install process, but most of the install programs will go through those hardware checks before they start the install process. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that. The last thing you would do is you'd want to make sure that your applications are compatible with your new operating system, right? This is, again, going to be a very manual process. You need to look at the applications that you're currently running and determine whether or not they will continue to run on that new operating system. You might be visiting those software vendor sites, determining, hey, I have the version that runs on Windows 7. Do you have a version on Windows 10? Can I upgrade to that version? Is it going to cost me money? Do I need new licenses? What am I going to need to do to continue to run this product on my new operating system? And that's how we're going to check compatibility when installing or upgrading an operating system on a computer.